I think it's pretty safe to say that the Nintendo Switch has been a pretty big success with sellouts at pretty much every major retailer across the board. Now that the hype has died down a little bit and more people are actually able to get their hands on one, it seemed like a good time to give you new Switch owners some pretty cool tips and tricks for getting the most out of your new console. What's up, guys? Jimmy here. Welcome to Chaos Top 10s, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys 10 Nintendo Switch hacks that everyone should know and anyone can actually do. Before we get into it, we are running a $200 Amazon gift card giveaway the entire month. All you have to do to enter is like this video, be subscribed, turn on your notifications, and leave a comment why you want to win it with your Twitter handle attached. I will announce the winner at the end of the month on Twitter. Make sure you guys take advantage of the giveaway. Hit the subscribe button and the notification. Check that little box. Ring the bell so you never miss an upload. And now, let's go over some Nintendo Switch gaming hacks that you can utilize with your Nintendo Switch. Kicking off the list at number 10 is pretty simple. Screenshots. Have you ever came across a really cool site in Zelda and you wanted to capture it? Or maybe you hit a high score that you wanted to brag about to your friends. The Switch, like the other 8th generation consoles, has a feature that allows you to take screenshots in-game and save them without ever having to actually leave the actual game. On the left Joy-Con, there's a square button with the circle that acts as a screenshot button. If you hit this while playing a game, it will quickly take a screen cap and save it to whatever your current memory setting is. Either that's the Switch hard drive or an SD card if you have one plugged in, whatever it may be. You can also go into your console's album application to see all your screenshots, and if you save your screenshots to an SD card, you can remove the card and then put the card into your computer to save them wherever you want. It's a nice little touch, nice little feature. If you aren't a fan of your Switch's current layout, there's actually a solution for that. This is pretty common now with the current gen consoles. At number 9, themes. If you go into your system settings and find the themes tab, you will be able to select whatever layout you want for your console. Everybody likes to customize it and tailor it to their own specific feel, I guess. Admittedly, your selection is pretty limited right now, but I can imagine that Nintendo is only going to add more variety to this aspect of the system as we go on down the road. So, I mean, there'll come a time when you can probably customize it fully, but for now, you can at least switch it up a little bit. Like most consoles, the Switch has two different options when powering down. We're going to talk about power modes on your Nintendo Switch at number 8. One of them, called the sleep mode, puts the system on standby, while the other one turns it off entirely. Every Switch owner should know how to quickly access the two different power modes, as turning the system off entirely is the most power efficient and is also much safer when removing SD cards, as removing them while the power is on can actually still damage a card. To turn off your Switch entirely, hold the power button down until the menu appears listing sleep mode and power options. When you go to power options, you will be able to turn the console completely off. No in the background updates or anything going on. Not sucking any of your internet or any electricity. It is completely dead to the world. Cut off, supposedly. You guys remember when you would turn off your GameCube and you could get the startup sound, the song to sound different if you held down the Z button? Well, power sounds at number 7, okay? The Switch actually has its own equivalent of this, which is pretty cool. Not everybody knows about. It's a few different ones with a little bit of variety. When your console is in sleep mode, you can wake it up by pressing any button 3 times. But you've probably noticed that the different buttons make different sounds. Try messing around with all the different startup sounds, as it's a nice little throwback. It's a nod back to the GameCube, if you will, for the alternate setup. I thought it was pretty cool. It's actually kind of like a Nintendo console Easter egg. So also, in the comment section, if you ever owned a GameCube, let me know what your favorite game was on the Nintendo GameCube. On the Xbox One, the PlayStation 4, and Steam, you can pretty much go to any of your friends' profiles and see how long they've been playing each game, what achievements they've unlocked, etc. And we're going to talk about hiding your activity on the Nintendo Switch. You may not care about this information being public, but some players prefer to not divulge what games they play and how long they play them for. It's their privacy. Nintendo has a good amount of privacy customization strictly for this department in your user settings. If you go to the Friend Settings tab at this screen, you can decide what information from your user profile and your game log is actually sent out to the public or public viewed. Want to hide how much you play Minecraft? Nintendo has you covered. Cracking into the top 5, how about connecting a keyboard? Many people don't like typing on touchscreens, and pretty much everyone hates using the on-screen keyboards where you have to hit one letter at a time. Come on, nobody has time for that anymore. The Switch actually has a system in place for you to connect a keyboard to your console to use anytime if there is a text prompt. Any USB keyboard can be connected to the console and used for titling and writing captions for screenshots, whatever you guys want. Plus, as more and more games and apps are coming out, the keyboard will only end up getting more functional. It'll have more functionality with this console. So if you're the kind of person that likes using an actual keyboard, you can connect that to your Switch and utilize it. At number 4, Nintendo Switch Online. The whole point of online gaming is to make new friends and chat with them while you're having fun in the gaming world. Well, for most people. Some people like to lone wolf it up, but a lot of people like the social aspect of it. This can be a little difficult when you're not at your console for a few days and want to chat with your new buddies, right? Nintendo made a mobile app specifically for this called the Nintendo Switch Online, which you can use to link your Nintendo account and access messages and friends. Plus, there's some pretty cool things you can do with the app that are specific to Splatoon 2, which definitely suggests that the app is going to play a bigger part for upcoming releases of games for the console. So, it would probably be a good idea to jump on this app now so you can get the hang of it before things actually expand. And it's a way to keep you connected to your gaming groups, even if you're not at your specific console in a specific room in your house. Nintendo is all about making their consoles family-friendly and user-accessible. We're going to talk about skipping the user select. And the Switch has a system in place where every time you open up a new game or search the eShop, you are prompted with a screen where you can confirm which user is currently playing the console. However, if you're the only person who uses your Switch, this screen can get a little bit annoying. So, if you go into your system settings and find the Users tab, there is a checkbox that says Skip Selection Screen. By checking this box, you no longer have to confirm who is using the Switch whenever you do something new. And if you ever decide that you do want that screen to pop up, just simply go uncheck the box, put things back how they were, and you're good to go. But this is actually pretty smart, and it can get annoying. If you're the only one ever using it, you don't want to log in and have to do this every time. So, check that box, and you can skip that entire process. At number 2, accessing overseas eShop. Thanks to Nintendo for dropping region-specific policies that they use in the past, the Switch is completely region-free, which is pretty cool. It allows you to play physical games from any region, as well as access the eShop from other regions, allowing you to buy games in other languages, country-specific versions of certain games, or even country-exclusive games. But how can it be country-exclusive if you can buy it in another country? Ha! You'll have to create a new Nintendo account in order to access the alternate eShop regions, but if you just make a new account, you'll be able to set your region to anywhere in the world, regardless of where your Switch console is actually located. Plus, once you make that second account, you can just link it to your main account with the Add User option in your settings, so you don't have to do the long login and log out process like you would with other services. Keep in mind, though, okay, that if you're going to buy something from a different region's eShop, you're going to need to use the appropriate currency. And finally, let's talk about the Joy-Cons for just a minute. At number 1 today, due to how small the Joy-Cons are, they are small. Nintendo definitely took into account the possibility of people losing them. I'm sure it's happened. Thankfully, there's a feature built into the console for finding lost Joy-Cons. By going into your settings, finding the Controllers tab, and hitting Find Controllers, your Joy-Cons will start vibrating and making noise until you find them. As long as they are relatively close to the main console, I don't know the actual spread or the distance. I'm assuming if they're 100 yards away, they're not going to go off. It's definitely a nice addition to the system, though, as replacing lost controllers can be pricey and also a little embarrassing if someone asks why you're buying new controllers. You're like, I lost them. And Nintendo, trust me, the prices are not cheap. When it comes to extra controllers, you'd have to go third market to get cheap, and then they're just not the same quality. So this is a pretty cool feature. There you have it, my friends. Those are 10 Nintendo Switch gaming hacks that may make your user experience a little better with the console. Let me know how you guys are enjoying it. What is your favorite game on there? Probably Legend of Zelda. And I hope it was informative and you found it helpful in some way. There's a playlist below if you guys want to check out all the other top 10s that go up. Once again, thank you for all the support you guys always show on these gaming top 10s. And I'll have a brand new one tomorrow for you. Same time, same place.